So, hi everyone, as you can see by the name and by the costumes that I have right here in my hand, this today is on the Spider-Man suits. The progression that I've made over the past few years on these guys has been phenomenal. I want to show you the different variations that you can go, starting from the base suit, okay? It's just going to be a quick video on showing you the progression and how I got from this to this, okay? Different materials, different methods. Guys, you can use whatever you want if you want to go online and check out all of their different videos. But let's just jump into one of these now and this one. So guys, this is the No Way Home sort of concept black and red costume. It's made out of 4-way stretched lycra. If you want, I can show you because I just picked up some this week and we're going to be starting the videos and making this whole process. But I just wanted to show you this costume, and I have the mask right there that we'll try on. We'll try on some of these other ones. But how I got this, guys, was painstakingly through around like making 6 of them. I think I've made all around 10 Spider-Man costumes all in all. But it takes a good few weeks. Like you can see here, I still have to cut off the finger parts on the top of the fingers and the gloves. I have did some of the web pattern myself with pen. If you can see it up close, I really love this costume. I love how it came out. It's my favorite one to date because you can see the sewing lines, they just stretch, they pull on the right places. There isn't really any, overlaps of the fabric. Again, I use 4-way stretch lycra. 4-way stretch is amazing. You can pick it up from your local fabric shop. You can order it online also. Comes in many different shapes and sizes. I think there's Parallel Studios or another place that does sell some, textured fabric and stuff. So yeah, guys, but let's jump into the mask right now. So this, guys, is me on with the mask. As you just seen, Patty helped me put it on there. Everybody needs an outfit. Unfortunately, Peter only has Aunt May and maybe sometimes Mary Jane, But the mask is made traditionally. Now again, it's made with 4-way stretch lycra. So the 4-way stretch comes perfect. Now you can wear a face shell under yours. I sort of have a face shell there, but it gets very puffy. I can't really talk very well. All the webs are hand drew onto the mask. Also, the lenses are made with Peltex, some plastic and some see-through mesh. Yes, I can see everything through the mask, guys, and it's brilliant to wear at a con. I will be showing in depth a video of how to make your mask, a whole new updated 2023 version. But yeah, this is how I think it turned out. Again, like I said, it's traditional, so where Peter pulls it on and off of his head. Where people have it sort of fitted to a face shell. Guys, you can make yours any way you like. I sort of like mine to be traditional like it is in the comics because we spent all these years, drawing these characters, researching these characters, and basically just, I always loved the way Peter had his mask on, the way he pulled it off, the way he did it. So it comes off here at the back, and I'm just ruining all of Patty's good work, tucking all this in. But yeah, we have a zipper here, comes off at the back, and we pull it off just the way Peter does in the comics. I love when he gets ripped off or gets battle damaged and stuff and things sort of happen. The mask is very always personal for me. If you're going to start off with these costumes, I would say maybe start off with the mask, because if you can do the mask, it will help you follow on through with the idea. People sort of ask me over the years, would I sell these masks? I might open up some commissions this year on these. Just wanted to show you up close and in detail. The lenses here are all hot glued on, the white lenses on the inside. I have hot glued on the inside the frames to the actual inside of the fabric also, guys. That helps hold it in place. You don't want them moving around. You can use a face shell with magnetic lenses. I've seen those work perfectly. Like I say, it's just the traditional way of this is made. Peter put it together himself, glued on the lenses. He pulls it on and off like in the movies, just like this. In all the movies, he's wearing his face shell, but I would love, like a sort of live action adaptation that does something like this, where, you have him just tear it off like this and it's able to be functionable. You could have a mouth plate just like Deadpool does. A lot of different things you could do, guys. But this costume isn't finished yet. We still have to do the back. that you can see here. The back spader has to be implemented. Here has to be cleaned up around the neck area. I do have to sew in here, all around here, just to make it that bit tighter. Also the gloves. You can use a sewing machine, guys. They come on Amazon. Those home pack ones are really good for either, I think around $100, maybe £100, maybe even cheaper. If you want to go up from there and start taking it a bit more professional, you can. I use an industrial grade sewing machine, which is why, you know, these lines are really crisp. I can't not say that the professionalism of the costumes have stepped up because of what I'm using. The tools and the equipment of what I'm using has really made these costumes go up in quality, and also the time that you spend on them, you know, going in and around here and the curves, which is what I'll show you also. This is where I got everything from. So these templates, guys, I know everyone asks me in the comments and in the, you know, in the other videos, when am I going to be releasing templates? These are only personal to my size, guys. I don't know if they would maybe traditionally work for you. I have dated all of my templates, as you can see, this 20th of the 5th, 21. That's 2 years ago near enough, or I'd say a good year and a half ago. But you'll want to maybe get a piece of card or a piece of paper, lay it down flat, fold it in half, and you'll draw out half of your design, you know, the Spider-Man design here that we have. Now it doesn't fit in perfectly because I had to trim and take off some things. But if you unfold it, you will get your symmetry piece. And this again, guys, is the template that I followed on how to cut all these pieces. So I just got a piece of paper, a piece of card, and I knew exactly what I wanted to design. Take it bit by bit, and slowly but surely you will build up your costume. So we have the arm section here that will go in there like that. Again, these are all the red pieces that match up. You can see all of my red pieces match up in here. I've really tried with this costume. Whereas the ones before, I'll show you here when I jump into them, they aren't sort of matching. Some of the pieces don't align, whereas this one I really took time and detail, which is why it was such a passion project of mine. But this is the arm without the blue piece, or as I have here, black. But that just matches in to here like that. And you can just see the pieces, you know, forming up. You can see where you get all these ideas from. Sit down, take a day or two, draw out all your pieces, look at some of your clothing, and trust me, guys, you will be amazed with the results that you can achieve. You really, really will. For another idea, if you don't want to go that whole hassle way, you can do a one big piece bodysuit. Now, I did this again, guys, two years ago. So coming up to 2 years ago. And this is something that I use for one piece bodysuits. So if I'm going to do a bodysuit, I sort of can use this as a template. Again, you can see I have it sectioned off, so here is where the trousers would be. If I want to section something off here, that's where that would be. The neckline is sectioned off, and you can just piece by piece, guys, take this. And that is again my center line also. So you'll always want to have a center line with your templates. Start making your own, guys. Buying other people's, I will say, is brilliant, and if it's 3D printing or something like that, it's an amazing idea. See, with clothing, guys, and your personal costumes, make it personal. Make your own templates, make up all your own designs, you know. Use other people's ideas, yes, to help you, but guys, really come from the heart, from yourselves. All these templates, I didn't think I could create. Now I have them for life, and I'm going to recreate this costume 10 times over. You know, they're really, really good to have. But we'll just jump into another costume right now, and I'll show you the difference from this too. So we have this costume, guys. This is a base costume that you may just start off with. Now, this is made out of the sports fabric. It's not stretchy enough, like a 4-way stretch. I think it only has a 2-way stretch, which is this way. And this is used for sports shirts. You know, it's breathable. So you can actually see, if I hold it up to the camera, you can see the texture that it has. It actually has all those little holes and indentations. Again, this is made to use for sports shirts like football, Gaelic, hurling, all these local sports here in Ireland. But yeah, it's really, really nice, breathable fabric. It's just very tight. When I made this costume and this body-based suit, this was intentionally what the No Way Home costume was going to be. You know, you can see the color scheme matches. Also, you can see here it's busted in the armpits. So that's, you know, oh, no, it's just busted there. So I've added in some stretchy lycra here, but that just didn't work out. I sort of gave up halfway, not halfway, but I gave up on this costume simply because it wasn't functional. You know, the fabric, this is again another wee tip. The certain fabric that you use, it makes stretch. So you can just see there are some tears and rips. The costume will actually, and the fabric will pull on itself, and you don't want that. The four-way stretch lycra is perfect to use, guys. It is the best kind of fabric for these Spider-Man costumes. You can get it textured, you can get it printed, you can get different things on them, different variations. Again, I got like the sort of shiny metallic tone of fabric. This one, the sportswear, I thought, again, like I always say, it's the texture that inspires me. You know, it's what the fabric looks like, it's what actually is printed onto it. I thought this would have been amazing. It would be amazing. You know, you can just see here the detailing that it gives. If I could really conceptualize this fabric into a costume, it will work perfect. But it didn't. So it's very, very, very tight. You can see here. This is just another tip that you'll want to not make it so tight where it cuts off circulation around your arms, around in here. But you can see where the idea came from for the No Way Home costume. You know, we all start somewhere. This is the progression where I started. I didn't do on the gloves either. It is a full bodysuit, you know. I have the legs and the stuff here. The breathable black. I love the black fabric. Now I have to say that the black is really nice. I use the black for Damien, for Robin. I use it for other costumes. So again, this can inspire you to make other costumes. This is maybe what your costume will look like as a base without the webbing before you draw on all your detailing and stuff. Yeah, this is something that I wanted to show you guys, the progress around 2 years that I've made, and you will too. So yeah, let's jump into another costume right now, like to this costume. So guys, this is my, let's see, Homecoming version 2 when I made this. I've taken off the belt. I actually made this for Halloween, I think around 4 years ago. So once you progress from the bodysuit, you can then progress to this. You know, you'll want to add on the detailing, the web patterns, the badge, the shoulder pads, like we said before. I went a bit too over detailed, I think, in my early stages of the Spider-Man costumes. I think the traditional just fabric costume works way better. You know, when Peter just pulls it on, he can take it out of his backpack, he can fold it up and stuff. But yeah, this was the Tom Holland when Homecoming came out around that time, because he actually has the, or no, this was Civil War. This is actually a Civil War costume, so way, like I think 4 or 5 years ago, if not longer, this costume is. I used marker, guys, to draw on the web pattern. You can see from the No Way Home concept first suit that we saw at the start to this costume that, you know, I've progressed a lot. So I don't have the belt piece here. You can see all the sewing lines is breaking apart like this. I have all of, you know, I didn't finish off the costume the way I did with the other ones. The quality of this one I loved, but again, I just needed to progress that bit more. I do like the symbol. I will say that the Peltex symbol really stood out to me. But I thought I was going to wear this for Halloween and I didn't. You guys can design yours whatever way you want. Again, you can use old clothing. You can use templates from online. You can go on YouTube and check out all the other videos. I personally use my own shape, my own style to make these costumes, and it's taken me around 4 to 5 years to actually get to the point where I'm like, okay, I'm happy. And again, this is watching all of your progress, guys, on Instagram, on YouTube. All of you guys out there have taught me tiny pieces and bits, even down to wearing a face shell to make the, you know, your helmet and your head seem that much more prominent. It really does add a lot to it. I've taken all these tidbits from you guys and I've only grew better. So this one was just, you know, a stage. This was a point in making these costumes. You will have the costumes. I keep all of mine. I don't throw any away. I don't sell them. You know, I couldn't sell this to someone. It's not to the quality of what I would want. But I will keep this as a memento, as a memory, you know, to always understand where I've came from, the progress from stage 9 to stage here, you know? And like I say, the templates, guys, you go and follow the templates, you know, that I make up your own. These sort of follow the same similar base, only I have designed things a lot more detailed and intricate with these pieces right here. I tried to follow, you know, some simple lines here and there, and it didn't work out. So you can just see, you know, I tried to do a straight line right up into the armpit. Like we said before at the start of the video, the No Way Home new concept video really does all of the lines match up perfectly. So we'll just jump into one more suit and I'll show you a last stage progression of what you can do to maybe up your costumes or detail them. You know, if you have a scrap costume like this, what you can do is, so guys, this is the Battle Damage Spider-Man costume. You can use this, you know, design with your scrap costumes like we just shown, you know, any of the old costumes that you have. If you don't like the look of them, or, you know, they didn't turn out the way you want, you can battle damage the way we have done with this one. Now, I'm not going to not wear a t-shirt under here because it's pretty cold in here, but you can see that we have the battle damage, all the burn marks and stuff, and the tears and the rips within the costume that I think would happen. Again, like the sewing, you can see some of the, the thread came out and apart in the costume. This is something that I implemented, if Peter maybe just, the costume busted open as he was, doing his web swinging, he was fighting someone. You can make a mask, you can have the lenses, in half and burnt and smashed open. We're gonna do some videos on that because that's something that I really like doing and passionate about is the battle damage costumes. The battle damage Spider-Man costumes are really cool to make because you can do a lot with them. But this one, I just, I had it lying around. It was scrap. It was supposed to be a homecoming and sort of Civil War costume. You can see just here right now with all of these. I have went in with some like black markers and mascara and some makeup brushes, and I've used some chalk also, some charcoal and different things. You can see the detailing in here that I've went, just some X's and slight lines, the tiniest of details. You don't just make some like a little cut and then that's the whole suit done. You'll want to go and just blacken it up, highlight these things just a little bit more, like he's been burnt, like he's been scratched, like he's been going through the air, at high speeds, and things have, cut on him, like, the way Green Goblin's like knives and stuff would cut on him, Vulture and stuff. So just think about the battles and the things that he would be in and take it from there. I have some tears coming down here in the chest, guys. Yeah. This is something, again, it was just a wee side project that I had around 2-3 years ago. I keep all of my costumes as mementos, as memories, but I will also reuse them. So reuse your old costumes, your old masks, your old capes, your old belts, utility belts. I won't say hoard all your costumes. Some things just need to go. If something's damaged enough, if it's worn out, if it just isn't doing the job anymore, you could donate it, you could give it away, or you could throw it out. But what I do is recycle them, and I use them as battle damage costumes. If I can, it's a good project to sit on a night, look up on Google, battle damage things, do all the different various parts to it. Don't go so big, as to take chunks and tears out of the costume. The biggest rip and hole I have is right here. And that's because, if a pumpkin bomb went off in his face, it would have, eviscerated some of the stuff in the fabric around here. This costume was just a labor of love, guys, like they all are. But you can do yours whatever way you want. Whatever fight he wants to be in, Venom, you can go and get some puffy paint, and puffy paint all over it and have it harden, make it look like the symbiote's crawling on him. I've seen some amazing ideas on Instagram, Guys, thank you so much for watching. This has been me just in the battle damage costume. I'm going to jump into 1 or 2 others and we're going to finish off the video. But thank you, like I say before, for coming back. You can come up with any ideas that you like. You can put on some fingerless gloves. You can make up your own mask to go with this costume. And the battle damage photo shoots are actually sometimes the better ones because you can get these costumes dirty. You can run around in the dirt, you can do certain poses where you're not afraid to get the costume, wrecked, because it already is. So we'll jump into one more costume, like this one. Back to this, guys. So this is the No Way Home, like we've seen before, the concept suit. You just seen the battle damage and the plain Jane, that we've seen, and also my very first homecoming costume. The progression that we've made is phenomenal, you can see, but again, I took the time. We have taken the time with these costumes, we have put the passion into them. To say this is the simplest costume, it is design-wise because all it is just the line work and the pattern. That's it. Whereas before I was adding on the armors on the shoulders, I was adding on the belt work, I was trying to add on the back spider and all the different detailings. I love a fabric Spider-Man costume. Something that just comes where he wears, he throws it on. It's just Peter in the costume, It makes you feel sort of, again, like I say, a traditional Spider-Man costume. You can go and order, guys, off of Zentai Zone, Heroes Time, all these other costumes. I think if Zentai Zone is still doing costumes, I actually don't know. But I always wanted to go the personal route. I always wanted to make my own costume. And like I say before, make your own patterns. You design your own costumes and your own Spider-Mans. There is a guy online, Spider-Chem. He is very good. I'll give you a shout out there, man. Check him out on Instagram, and his stuff's, I think he comments underneath the videos, Chemtacular. He's using lace and stuff to do the webbing. He's going really detailed and reminds me a lot of all of you and me. you know, when we start making these costumes, the passion that we pour into them. So, like I always say, thank you for watching. I just wanted to show you, you know, end the video on a high note with this costume. This has been very, very, very good to make. Very, very easy and breezy to wear. I've been able to also loan it out. So guys, thank you so much for watching. Had a bit of verbal hiccups, people calling in and out, but I'm so happy to be back for these videos. Let me know down below what you think of these costumes, what you're personally working on. And guys, let me know what you think, you know, what I should maybe bring to the channel in the near future. You know, I always ask these things. I rarely listen, but I will. You know, sometimes I just want to know what you guys are thinking, what you're working on personally. Please let me know that, because I always love hearing your ideas and actually what you guys are working on in the background. Like we always say, please subscribe and comment. I meant to say something else there. Thank you so much for watching. Always let your geek speak, and I've been John Hay, trying to be Peter Parker, Spider-Man, everyone above. Thank you so much for watching again, guys. We'll be back next week with a new video and hopefully a new process video. Me and Paddy in the background, you just seen him the first time in the video today. Give him a big round of applause. Let me know down below what you think of him. This couldn't be done without him also. See you later, guys, and have a good week.